number of people that are out there searching and looking for guidance and coming to events, for example, the ones that you speak at.
Yeah.
Is this growing?
Oh, well, in my experience, 100%.
Yeah?
And I think...
Why do you think that is?
Well, because we may come here because there's a business context, and I think that's important. You do need to have, how are you going to apply excellence in your life?
Into your daily life, right.
Yeah, but I think what people are really searching for is much deeper. And we all are searching for.
And there's more people searching.
Exactly. Oh, you can feel it. And you know what? Businesses are opening up to that. We're able to talk about personal mastery. We're able to talk about what, is motivating to me. Now, here's the key, though, is you've got to link it back to the team. You've got to link it back to the organization. You got to link it back to results, because it's not enough just to feel good. So you mentioned that earlier, I think, when we start.
The segment is called Feeling Good. Yeah.
Without a plan, you're screwed. Okay? I mean, you've got to have a way to get to where your dreams are. How do you make your dreams reality? How do you make a vision, a corporate vision, reality in life? And so there's a gap between your present state and your future state. And so we have a vehicle that closes that gap, and that's what I share. People are embracing it.
So I want to talk about actually going beyond high performance. And in high performance, there's a pyramid. I'll call it majority, many, few, and the 1%. Everybody in this room already knows this. You're already at the top of this pyramid. Whether you want to call it market share, 38%. Whether you want to call it 65% of federal. How about 10 to 10 of the top federal agencies? There's so many metrics you can point to that you're at the top. And I do get the rare privilege to work with teams and organizations like yourself all around the world. I was just asked backstage, how many talks do I give a year? I give over 100. And then we start working deeply with certain companies in the application piece and the operationalize it. I've spoken to over 1,000 companies in the last decade alone. And you all know how fast things are changing, the speed of change. Actually, what I want to talk about is how you lead through change, because you get to see this, just like you. When you work in, whether it's in technology or most of your customers, whether it's in financial services, in the banking industry, in manufacturing, the best global sports teams around the world, I get to work with them. And what you get to see is there's certain threads. I call it the red thread that goes through every single organization. And it's exactly what you're all experiencing right now. So that's what the best do. But here's the question. How do you go beyond that? What happens in the 1/10 of 1/10 of 1%? So you're already in the major leagues. We got playoff seasons here. You're already the pros. But here's the question. How do you become all pro? How do you actually become Hall of Fame? Because that's where your opportunity lies, both as an organization and as an individual. So this right here, this represents not the 1%. This represents 1/10 of 1/10 of 1% of all the pilots in the world. Hundreds of thousands of pilots, tens of thousands of tactical jet pilots. Only 6 of us ever got to wear this helmet. Here's what's interesting. 3 of us renew every year. Pilots, to me, are like the sales team. We're out there pointy end. But the Blue Angels are not just sales, not just the pilots, 120 individuals, just like you, all the support that's in this room. The sales support, the product support, the marketing, all the people that are making this happen. So on my team, I had a 33% rotation rate of all my key players, actually everyone in the company. And you might want to say, well, wait a minute, why is that? Well, number one, we have to adapt, just like you, to market conditions. My market was the Navy. Navy says every 3 years you get reassigned. So we're in a constant state of growth. We're in a constant state of learning. Sounds a lot like you right now. Whether you're growing and learning, you're constantly bringing in all the new people that are in this room today. It's powerful, right? So how do you do that at an elite high level, year in, year in, year in, year in?